Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Gemini. Gemini, I'm doing a reading with my own tarot deck, so the cards that you'll see are from this deck. Um, Gemini, you have a very simple reading today. It seems like you understand or are starting to understand how this life journey happens in moments where you're moving, at the speed of light and you're enjoying being in this movement. You're just allowing it to happen, but there are also moments where you're pausing, where you're staying. So this expansion and contraction, but the contraction is not necessarily like the kind of like three steps forwards and two steps backwards. It's not that type of way that I'm seeing here. It's just a moment to stop for the night, right? It's like take a break, rest for a second, regroup with yourself, reconvene with your own individuality, with your own sense of, okay, I just need to pause for a second so that I know for sure where I'm going. Um, and in those pauses, which is really beautiful because I feel like there are important experiences in both moments, in both ways of navigating this journey forward in this very, it feels very fast paced, but it's also like a very flowy. Like when you're on the move, it feels like you're enjoying the movement, right? It's like you're not anxious by what's going to come, by the challenges that may present themselves. It's like you're just allowing things to happen. When you are in this pause mode, it feels like you are receiving knowledge. It feels like you are meditating. It feels like you are, you know, um, asking for protection, asking for your angels, your guides, your ancestors to guide you. So I feel like there is benefit in both moments, in both ways of traveling down this path, which I feel like, it seems like it's your lifetime. It's like that big of a scope, or, depending on your perspective, it could be like, a very um, small piece of your soul's bigger journey. We have the Nine of Wands. So, and it's interesting because here we do have, each element, although the water element, it's coming through as a higher frequency. So, in terms of the mundane elements, it seems like it's like you have, um, it's like you're learning about how to better use the elements that you have at your disposal here on Earth, here on this journey, here in this lifetime, but with this soul consciousness because of the fire that is starting here. But because to me the wands sometimes also brings the tree, right? So the earth element connected to the ground. There is this blending of the two, of the fire and the earth here, although the earth is coming next. And I feel like it's just because it's wanting to go to this journey of a lifetime, right? It's how I heard this card. So you're on this journey of a lifetime, Gemini, and it feels like you're still in it. It's like you're in for the long haul. You're in for, quite a lifetime, it seems. Meaning you are conscious of how this is, beneficial to your soul's growth. It's like the fire element here. It's like how pertinent, how appropriate it is for your soul to experience everything that is, in front of you, ahead of you in this life's journey, right? For the purpose of your soul to expand, for your soul to grow, for your soul to develop, and just, evolve in a sense. But it's not just about the movement, it's also about the pauses, right? So if the Nine of Wands was showing me this movement, the path ahead, the Five of Wands is talking about being still, just listening to where you are. And instead of being on the go all the time, it's like, you know, that there are moments where you are going to stop, right? It's like you need to stop to regroup with yourself in a sense. It's like, here you are flowing. It's like your soul is guiding your movement in a sense, right? There is this awareness of your soul's path here, and it's specifically the soul, right? Because to me, the spirit is represented by the swords, which is also here. But it's like, it's almost like it's wanting to distinguish the difference in which like the spirit moves and how the soul moves, right? It's almost like this difference in speed almost, right? It's like, okay, so now I want to go back to what I said before. It seems like you're moving at the speed of light, but I would say that the spirit moves in the speed of light, because it's like this, it's like this movement without the body, right? So there is no resistance. There is like just thinking and moving. The soul, however, is like this energetic presence or consciousness that has more density, I want to say, than the spirit. So therefore, this is the speed of light, right? The soul is moving in the speed of light, but it's like, it's different. I don't know how to express this. It's like, okay, so the spirit is like this telepathic, non-physical type of movement, right? Maybe even faster than the speed of light. I don't even know. But it's like there are no barriers, right? There are no boundaries. The spirit is free to move around. The soul is not so much, right? It has a path to follow, a path that it's chosen to follow, so that for your own benefit, in terms of you integrating your soul to your body, because later on we're going to see the Five of Pentacles. It's like there are moments of pause that are needed, Gemini, in a way that you, it's not that you break the speed, but in a sense, you know when to gain momentum and then to slow down to come to this pause, right? Because I feel like there is this need to stop so that you can receive the knowledge. The Temperance card here is just talking about not rushing things, not speeding through the challenges, through the events, through the situations, through the opportunities, but rather knowing that the moments of pause are actually going to be as enriching as the movement itself, right? So in order for your soul to absorb this, right, it's almost like the moment that you know that you need recharging, basically. And recharging in terms of this higher knowledge, because it's the Temperance. So here's where the water is coming from, right? It's like the rest of the elements, they're all minor arcana. However, the water that I'm seeing pouring from one cup to the other, this is, okay, so that's the thing. If we're talking about the soul path here, the moment when you stop, the moment that you take a break and allow yourself to receive, right? The way that I'm seeing this is you really like asking, right? It's like sitting down to meditate or to, you know, pray for your spirit, pray for your angel, for your guardian angel perhaps, and they are going to give you what you want. It's like they're going to bring you the nutrition, the water, the whatever it is, right? The information perhaps, the memories, the knowingness, the guidance. So this is you here receiving, because the cup must be still to receive, right? Otherwise, you won't be able to pick up what is coming to you. You see, it's like if you're on the go, if you're moving very fast, there is something about the knowledge won't pour in exactly how it needs to pour in, right? It won't fall into your cup, meaning it won't fall into your unconscious mind or your subconscious mind or your intuitive perception, right? Or your intuitive field of perception. So there's something about the pauses that are crucial for you, Gemini, in terms of you continuing on your journey forward, because it doesn't stop, right? It's not because you're stopping on your tracks that the journey needs to stop. It's just a momentary pause so that you can receive what is necessary, so that you can continue moving forward. Because this is how I'm seeing the Six of Swords, right? And now the Swords element. So it's almost like here is this spiritual push that you needed, right? So most of all, this card symbolizes surrender, but it's okay. So here is plowing ahead, right? There is this desire, there is this motivation, right? It's like your soul has a purpose, right? And so therefore there is this desire to move forward, right? It's like your intention. Okay, so your intention is what motivates you to move forward. The moment that you pause and you are still so that you can receive this knowledge, you are receiving with it this next push, right? This next it's like the Spirit is conducting the movement, right? Spirit is guiding your steps. It's like the way that you're moving next is one, well, maybe it is a very spiritual path, right? And maybe we're talking about a specific pause in your journey where, you know, through your life's journey, through your soul's journey here on earth, perhaps you remember, or you are just going through this pause, you know, that is very significant, or that at that time was very significant, so that you could receive this type of knowledge, this very intuitive, very wise and higher knowledge, right? That comes through the intuition. It's not something that is thought, right? It's like it's just received. I want to emphasize that you receive this type of knowledge. So the moment that you receive, it's like Spirit, because it's like your higher self, your guide, your angel. It's like this is the source, right? This is where this knowledge is coming from. Therefore, you are, it's like embedded in an environment or in a frame of mind or in an energetic field that just, it's like you flow with it. It's like you have the guidance to move exactly how you need to move and go exactly where you need to go. So this is very beautiful, Gemini. You see how here we have the minor arcana followed by the major arcana, and here we have the same thing, right? So the Six of Swords and the Chariot. You see how here we have like stillness, and here we have movement, a lot of movement. And I want to say it starts or restarts very slow and very gentle and very soft and very, you're surrendering to the movement. But the moment that you realize that, you know, maybe Spirit is taking the wheel, or it's like you allow it to take the wheel, or you surrender to this guidance that you received with this higher knowledge, and you know that you're gaining momentum with that, right? You're gaining momentum because the purpose of it is that you have recharged enough so that you can, you know, continue for the next leg of the journey, in order so that you can get to the next point, right? The Five of Pentacles coming next. So it seems like the moment that you stop, Gemini, the moment that you allow yourself to rest, take a break, recharge, this is the moment when you are receiving, it's almost like condensed insight, right? It's like a package of knowledge that you are going to, through the journey, right? It's like you're going to think about that, right? It's like you're going to process everything that you received. So it feels like you are receiving, you know, a few drops at a time each time that you pause, just because it's like it's just enough for that leg of the journey, so that the moment that you move again, all of the knowledge, it's almost like it's going to fit into your brain, or it's like it's almost like, okay, so it's going to fit into the journey, right? It's like you're going to be prepared for that next leg of the journey. So the moment that you feel like you have to stop again, where you need to stop, because to me the Five of Pentacles is this X on the map, that today it's actually emphasizing the next destination, the next location, the next stop point, right? This is talking about where you're going to receive more knowledge, because after you are, it's like you have gained momentum again, you are on the move again, you have surrendered to, you know, this path that is leading you to somewhere that you maybe you don't know, or maybe you do know, but it really doesn't matter where is this place. The important thing about the place itself is about like you becoming still again, so that you can receive this knowledge, right? It's like the moment of pauses, these are the ones that you are receiving the knowledge. And here ending with the Knight of Swords, which is like your mind, but it's like this, the human mind that is ready to receive or to connect with this universal mind, or this spiritual mind, or this higher self's mind, right? It's like the type of higher knowledge that comes, which comes through the water, but it enters your human brain, right? So your human mind. So that's the reason why I feel like it happens in stages, right? It's like there are these legs of the journey where you are moving, and moving very fast sometimes, and you know, others maybe it's like it starts slow but then it picks up because you know where to go, right? It's like you know exactly how to digest that information, and in moving with that information, it's like you know exactly where you're going, and because of that you can go as fast as you can, right? Because you know that there are no detours, or there are no doubts in regards to where you're going. It's like the X marks the spot, right? So you know exactly where you need to go next, because you received the guidance. And so you know that, you know, it's like whenever you pause, whenever you feel like you need this break, whenever you feel like you need this recharging, Gemini, you know that you are going to receive incredible knowledge, and the type of knowledge that is exactly perfect for the journey to continue, right? To move forward. So it's like you know that, you know, and you're thirsty for that, you're hungry for that. The moment that you stop, it's like you already know the drill, right? It's like you already know exactly what you need to do to be open to receiving that. It's like you put yourself in exactly this position. It's like, you know, the way that I'm seeing this still cup here is like, you know how to place yourself, how to position your body, how to quiet your mind, perhaps, right? How to bring this stillness not only to your body but also to your mind, especially being the Knight of Swords, right? So because you know that this is the way that you are going to connect to maybe the instructions, or you know, the guidance that needs to it's interesting. It's talking about address, giving you the address, or address the next leg of the journey. So it's like it's playing double duty here, right? This, you know, addressing what is necessary, what is the necessary knowledge that you need for, you know, to find the next address, to find the next place, the next location. And so the moment that you arrive, okay, so here's where this reading comes to an end in a sense. It feels like you started this journey, you were on the move, then you know, stopped because you needed to stop, and you received very crucial knowledge. So you kept on going for the next leg of the journey. You are now here. It seems like you have now, you know, become still again. You are in this place where, okay, so this is also interesting. Remember when I was emphasizing the soul's journey with the fire element here, right? But blended with the earth experience of the tree, right? Represented by the element here, the symbol, right? So the soul's journey on earth. But here, because it's pentacles, it's like the physical body. And so this is the reason why I feel like, maybe even, the journey so far could have been one that is more energetic, and it, not necessarily a physical journey, you moving everywhere, but more in your mind. Now it seems like this is physical, right? This is a physical move. You're going somewhere specific where you need to place your body, but also it's like quiet your mind in a sense so that you are still enough to receive the next piece of information, the next type of higher knowledge or guidance that is going to inform what comes next, right? So I feel like you're here, you're still, and maybe this is where you are exactly right now. It's like you are, ready to receive this. And so you're just waiting, right? Because I feel like this, it's be patient, right? Be patient, because the moment that you are still, it's like you are going to be acknowledged, right? It's like you have to be still enough so that you are able to receive it. So if you are here and you haven't received yet the guidance, it's like wait a little longer, right? Give yourself this time to be here, to be still, so that you can receive this knowledge that is coming, so that you can move again for, the next phase. So I am going to pull more cards for you, Gemini, as well as the astrological runes in the extended reading. So if you want to join me there, I'll be very happy to see you. You can find the link down below. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.